All right. Hi, guys. We made it back till Monday. We're done with the unit in terms of learning new things. But as always, it's assessment time. Now, we know all the global teachers come together and we speak and relate. I know we know some of the feedback you guys gave us is that you're being overworked. You feel like you're being overworked with all these projects and all these tasks your teachers are asking you to do. But remember, if you follow the schedule that you wrote for yourself on the daily, then you're able to manage your time better. And if you haven't, perhaps you should look into it, all right? Look into lesson number 1. It can help you a lot. But instead of hitting you directly with the project, we're going to go work on it day by day so that we're all doing it together at the same time and there's nobody finished and there's nobody that's behind, okay? We're doing it together in a timely fashion. So what do we have prepared for you is a Cold War Live project. As you can see on this document, it's worth 50 points. This is our assessment, right? The only assessment for the Cold War unit. And I know some of the feedback was you guys are tired of hearing about communism. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a communist, but during the Cold War, that's what everything was about. So let's read about it. Throughout the course of human history, people have shared stories through oral history, personal narratives like experiences, and live reporting. This individual project will give you the opportunity to take part in the tradition of oral history in a creative fashion. For this project, you'll become a journalist, reporting on the role of one country or region during the Cold War. All right? So now, you're probably wondering, I don't get what I'm doing. You're basically choosing a country. So we encourage you to consider choosing a country or region in which you have an ancestral connection. Maybe your parents from that part of the world, maybe your grandparents, maybe you're born in that part. And you're like, maybe I've heard about the US and the Soviet Union. Perhaps I want to branch off and look at something else or someone else. You can do that. Or you could just focus on the ones that we've studied in class, like the US and the Soviet Union. Choose one. So we have options for you. Okay? These are countries that may have been impacted by the Cold War. It's your chance to research, such as Latin America and the Caribbean, Cuba, Colombia, that list. You go into Asia, Vietnam, Korea, China, Taiwan, Uzbekistan, India, the Philippines. Maybe you don't know what the Philippines were doing at that time and how the rest of the world impacted them. You research it. Middle East. You have Afghanistan, and the list follows. Then you have Europe and the Netherlands. You have Africa. You can research any countries. The ones in bold are the ones we covered in class. Okay? You can do those as well. You're not limited to these suggestions. You can do anything. Okay? Maybe Antarctica had something to do with it. I don't know. All right? So we only have one task for you for today. One task. This is the only task for today. And then tomorrow we'll go back into the other task. This is all part of the project, but we're taking little baby steps. You know what I'm saying? Little baby steps. Okay? It's not a lot. Task 1. I want you to research and summarize. Find out the historical context. What was it like in this part of the world, depending on whatever you choose? And what were they doing? You're going to choose a country. You're going to research how the country was involved in the Cold War. Were they allied? Were they influenced by the Soviet Union or the US? Or were they non-aligned like India? Copy and paste the links you're using for information, not because I want to see if you're plagiarizing, that too, but for you to keep track of the flow of information, where you're getting these sources from, okay? You'll put them here on this part, all right? Just the URL. No APA, just the URL. Once you've narrowed down your search, you're going to put country, type it up. Who did your country align with? The Soviet Union, US, or neither? Type it out. My country. What happened in your country during the Cold War? Now, this is what you're going to use to research. You're just giving me a summary by responding to these questions. The 5 W's, basically. Was there a civil war? You're going to search it. Was Antarctica in a civil war during the Cold War? Okay. Was there a group of people? Did this country fight for independence? If you guys have any questions, you can message me. Zoom, Google Classroom, email. This is your first task. And you submit. Always submit. All right? If you have any questions on this part, the first part of the project, let me know. Good luck. And please contact me if you need help.